Hey, it's Luke, the warehouse manager, and gosh, I'd swear I've reshot this video probably 3 times just because I talk too much, and I really want this to be a 5-minute video at most. I want it to be to the point, informative, use props, mention the catalog, and I know Gary's watching from Gary's project, so I'm just like, the heat is on, like it's gotta not suck. So anyway, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Fenders. So I've got some prototype clip-on Fenders from Hanjo. I don't know what the deal is with them. I just needed a prop. I needed some Fenders because I want to kind of talk about the pros and cons of having Fenders. I've run them a bunch, like all different kinds. I've had the SimWorks Fenders made by Hanjo for them. A lot of my buddies have had the Rene Hurst ones made by Hanjo. A lot of my buddies have had just straight Hanjo Fenders. I've run the SKS plastic ones. I bought them from Rivendell, I think the B65 or something, for up to about a 2.3 or so, 2.3 inch tire. And I like all of them. I think that the Hanjo is the most beautiful, and they've got kind of the most storied history, and they make Fenders for everybody with good reason, because the hardware is superior, they look really good, when installed right they don't rattle, and they're very durable, so you can just run them season after season. I know a lot of people pull their Fenders off at the end of every rainy season. I'm one of those people, but I also know people who run their Fenders year round, because you're keeping grime and grit off of your drivetrain and you. So random puddle, great. You run through some debris that was left on the side of the road, someone didn't clean up after their pet, gunk, Fender's got you. And that's, for me, really nice. The thing that often deters me from running a set of Fenders is, what if I'm going off-road? Well, you can get some quick release attachment points for the front fender, so you don't have to worry about a stick or something like that. The big issue with rocks isn't so much that one's gonna get stuck, it's the pinging, or the plunking if you've got the plastic. And my big thing is I like running the biggest tires a frame will take. So this is from the original run, the Atlantis, and the max it can take is about a 50 millimeter, and I've got a 50 on here that's measuring out at about a 45, and it's a mild knob, it's a Soma Cazadero. It's at its limit, and if I were gonna run Fenders on here, I'd be limited to perhaps a true 42, 43, and I want more tire rather than having more Fender, or having a Fender at all. I know that with my other Atlantis, I run about a 225, 23 knobby, which is the outer limit of what that frame can take. And when I'm running the, I guess, what is it from SimWorks, the H80? No dice. I mean, very close is what I'm trying to say. And, I've consulted a bunch of different Fender installation guides, so it's not the installation so much, it's just, am I willing to make certain concessions? Can I achieve what I want by wearing rain pants and a good poncho with some shoe covers? Or is it worth having a Fender? And I'm kind of 50-50. I was very pro Fender, period, and if you didn't run Fenders, you're a goofball. And now I'm much more, I don't know why I was so bent out of, if there's the Fenders, But I'd love to hear what people have to say, and, I just as an aside and making a plug for it, this has a whole selection of Fenders, so I can often just get lost in the weeds when it comes to sizes, things like that, what's available, everything. Check this out. We also obviously have our online store where you can just kind of look through things, and I'm going to include some links below to what I think are my favorite installation guides and general guides for Fenders. They're from Rene Hurst, Jitencha Studios, and SimWorks. As much as I'd love to make my own guide, those are the best. And I did look at the Vela Orange one, I'm pretty sure too, but the 3 primary for me were Jitencha, Rene Hurst, and SimWorks. And anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you like Fenders? Do you not? What's your preferred Fender brand? Or do you think Fenders are super lame? So anyway, thanks for watching.